Thank you everyone for attending today's session for OxyFusion, the future of water treatment. Our presenter today is Don Hobro, Director of Engineering with BioSafe Systems. We will be conducting the presentation in full. Please feel free to type any Q&A questions in the chat or Q&A through Zoom. And at the end of the presentation, we will be answering those questions from the attendees. With that, Don, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming today. We're going to talk about OxyFusion, a new way to generate peroxyacetic acid, also known as peracetic acid, or simply PAA, a highly effective broad-spectrum biocide for produce processing water treatment. BioSafe Systems is a family-owned company based in East Hartford, Connecticut. Since 1988, BioSafe has been a North American leader in PAA technology and applications, having developed a number of innovative products for pre- and post-harvest agricultural activities, among other things. BioSafe's mission toward environmental sustainability looks to protect our natural environment and human and ecological health while driving innovation and not compromising our lifestyle. Our products leave no harmful pesticide residuals while helping to protect the nation's food supply from disease-causing pathogens. Our manufacturing geographical footprint is designed to minimize shipping distances and their associated carbon footprints. BioSafe Systems works closely with customers, university researchers, and regulatory agencies to maintain at the forefront of innovation and service. Our in-house campus laboratory provides expertise in plant pathology, crop protection, entomology, bacteriology, mycology, enzymology, other ologies, and we provide efficacy studies for our customers. As one of North America's largest PAA manufacturers, BioSafe's production facilities are strategically located to serve all of our major markets. BioSafe has developed world-class expertise providing sustainable water treatment solutions to the following industries: agriculture and food safety, pre- and post-harvest, horticulture, wastewater, meat, poultry, and seafood husbandry and processing, as well as controlled environment agriculture, which includes hydroponic greenhouses and vertical hydroponic growing. Our products also provide superior control of slimy biofilm in engineered water systems. BioSafe's regulatory compliance professionals work closely with the pertinent agencies to ensure product quality and transparency. While our traditional PAA products carry up-to-date EPA application labels, OxyFusion, a chemical generator that consumes 3 precursors, is registered with the EPA as a pesticide device. Also, the Food and Drug Administration acknowledges OxyFusion on-site generated PAA with a food contact notification, also known as an FCN, as an antimicrobial to control microorganisms in processed water used during the commercial processing of meat, poultry, and seafood, as well as fruits and vegetables that are not raw agricultural commodities. And that's a quote. Fresh produce can become contaminated with disease-causing microorganisms and chemical contaminants at every step of the production and processing chain, and in a variety of ways, including through contact with contaminated processed water. Effective water sanitation, therefore, is the key to minimizing microbiological contamination, including human health pathogens in food. BioSafe Systems' product line includes effective formulations aimed at the 6 basic focal points of food safety. They are growing, harvesting, cooling, washing and processing, packaging, and transportation. This field-to-fork philosophy not only impacts food safety, but also food quality. It has been shown that the shelf life of freshly cut fruits and vegetables, for example, is extended through the proper use of PAA chemistry, replacing chlorine, quaternary amines, and other biocides that can introduce potentially hazardous byproducts. Our practices align with the Food Safety Modernization Act and the Product Safety Rule targeting E. coli 015787, Salmonella, Listeria, as well as gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, and a broad spectrum of spoilage organisms. BioSafe's PAA formulations are easy to use and are less hazardous because the PAA breaks down to vinegar, oxygen, and water. This presents considerable advantages over many traditional biocides. Chlorine can be applied as bleach or as a compressed gas. Although inexpensive, chlorine forms carcinogenic byproducts like trihalomethanes and haloacetic acids that can be absorbed into food. Where chlorine is applied as a gas, onerous security plans are required by the Department of Homeland Security to prevent the high-pressure gas cylinders from being weaponized. Chlorine dioxide, pictured here, is a dissolved gas made from hazardous precursors. In this case, chlorine gas passing through a bed of solid sodium chlorate. Sodium chlorate easily catches fire if it dries out in the presence of combustible material like cardboard, wood, or grease. In most cases, chlorine dioxide gas is stable in water while in at-use concentrations, but leaks from generators or transfer lines have been known to evacuate entire buildings and produce serious injuries. Ozone, another gas, is barely soluble in water, making it therefore difficult to establish or maintain efficacious residuals in any kind of processed water. Ozone generators convert atmospheric or tanked oxygen to ozone using a lot of chemistry, which can get pretty expensive. UV light is an acceptable disinfectant in certain applications, certainly not where a biological residual is required. For example, in food processing, UV light is often used for environmental disinfection through strategic placement of UV lamps throughout the plant, but it cannot be used in processed water to prevent cross-contamination of freshly cut fruits and vegetables, for example. Here are some additional comparisons of PAA with those common biocides. Only PAA hits all the marks from sustainability to efficacy to worker safety. Let's focus on OxyFusion. OxyFusion is an economical and unique 3-precursor system for the on-site generation of peroxyacetic acid. In contrast to standard or equilibrium PAA, the OxyFusion product is alkaline, non-corrosive, and odor-free. The entire process from generation to dosing and monitoring is PLC controlled. Process variables are data logged to provide timestamp documentation of food safety and other parameters. Before we get into the technical details differentiating standard or equilibrium PAA with OxyFusion, let's watch a short video introducing the OxyFusion chemical generator.
BioSafe Systems is pleased to introduce OxyFusion, an on-site, on-demand peroxyacetic acid generator. This system allows users to create a powerful and effective solution in high volumes for a variety of applications. OxyFusion's PAA differs from traditional PAA in that it is generated at a high pH with less corrosivity and no odor. With the push of a button or the click of a mouse, OxyFusion accurately blends the concentrated precursors into a potable-grade feed water stream. After dosing the PAA, the pH in the process stream can be adjusted to any practical level. This proprietary technology takes all the guesswork out of utilizing PAA for water treatment. The concentration, dosing, and monitoring are all handled by the system, improving worker safety and productivity. Concentrated precursors limit material handling and worker exposure because the solution is created on-site and doesn't travel. Equipped with multiple manifold outlets, OxyFusion can produce separate lines of concentrated PAA at different parts per million to carry PAA for a separate application to different water sources simultaneously. OxyFusion is constructed with stainless steel cabinets and stands about the size of a household refrigerator. With state-of-the-art control technology, OxyFusion produces a consistent and reproducible product. Redundant pumps provide backups automatically in case of a pump malfunction. The human-machine interface, or HMI, provides complete touchscreen communication between the machine and user for easy setup and operation. The interactive HMI screen lets users conveniently adjust the concentration of the generated PAA, as well as calculate the diluted concentration in the process stream. The PLC is programmed to alert users of faults or errors such as temperature, pressure, or concentration changes. Users receive this notification via pop-up on the HMI, email, and through the mobile app. The collaboration between smart technology and OxyFusion gives users the ability to adjust, track, and share information instantly. Adhering to food safety and other regulatory considerations, a huge amount of data can be collected, logged, and shared to the cloud, including the operations and compliance data. Some customizable reporting features include temperature or pH changes, flow rate, concentration rate, and time-stamped dosing information. All the data is available via remote messaging and alerts to help identify a problem. Data sheets are stored in the BioSafe Systems cloud and can easily be downloaded or uploaded. BioSafe Systems celebrates over 20 years of success manufacturing PAA and is looking forward to the next 20 years of innovation.
There's that refrigerator again. Inside the OxyFusion generator, 3 precursors are precisely metered into a flowing water stream. Then the generated OxyFusion solution goes to a small dosing tank from where it is dispensed to the application. The HMI on the control panel allows the user to set the flow rate and PAA concentration, while all controls and safety interlocks are driven by PLCs. Data is pulled from the PLCs to cloud servers so that the operational and food safety related parameters can be accessed remotely. About the size and energy consumption, a household refrigerator. Let's have a look at so-called standard or equilibrium peracetic acid, BioSafe Systems core technology. In brief, hydrogen peroxide and glacial acetic acid, think super concentrated vinegar, are blended in various ratios to form the organic peroxide, peroxyacetic acid. The chemical reaction is relatively slow, so blended product solutions must be stored for several days before they reach equilibrium, at which point they are quality tested. Let's take a closer look. Traditionally, peracetic acid is produced from the reaction between acetic acid and hydrogen peroxide. Hydroxyethylidene diphosphonic acid, HEDP, is added as a stabilizer to prevent the decomposition of the PAA or hydrogen peroxide. Some formulations use a sulfuric acid catalyst. The resulting solution is an equilibrium blend of the reactants, acetic acid and hydrogen peroxide, and the desired product, PAA. Typically in a concentration range of 2 to 25% as PAA. Reaction is slow and may take days in storage for completion. Drawbacks to this chemistry include odor and corrosivity from the unreacted acetic acid, which is necessary to stabilize the PAA, and the shipping costs and requirements to deliver it to the end user. Packaging ranges from 1-gallon containers to 330-gallon totes to bulk delivery. Given that some of these products can contain up to 98% water, shipping costs and their related carbon footprint are relatively high for the amount of active component actually shipped. OxyFusion is made instantaneously and on demand from 3 concentrated precursors. OxyFusion has a much lower hydrogen peroxide levels, making it safer to use in hydroponics where the plant roots are exposed, for example. OxyFusion has no acetic acid, making it corrosion and odor free and at a caustic pH. OxyFusion is a versatile chemical reactor generating PAA at up to 40,000 ppm at a gallon a minute. That's about 1,000 pounds as PAA per day. In summary, OxyFusion PAA is real PAA that fits nicely into BioSafe Systems portfolio of water treatment options and our smart technology for process control, data handling, and reporting. Good process control of relatively benign chemistry helps to improve productivity and worker safety. And point of use generation helps reduce shipping costs as compared to pre-blended formulations that contain a lot of water. BioSafe Systems smart technology uses state-of-the-art cloud technology for remote monitoring of chemical process dosing, monitoring, and control, while archiving data that documents food safety activities and other regulatory compliance parameters. BioSafe Systems smart technology automates water treatment with precise process control and monitoring. Out-of-range process variables can be automatically reported to any number of recipients, and customized blockchain compliant reports can be generated at any frequency desired. Data can be viewed on any compatible platform such as PCs and smartphones. Data supporting your food safety initiatives are just a click away. For all your needs in post-harvest food processing, think BioSafe Systems and smart technology. Here's some good news. Qualifying OxyFusion applications require no capital equipment investment of the end user. Under contract, BioSafe delivers, installs, commissions, and maintains the equipment. End users pay for what they use based on the monthly total number of gallons that the OxyFusion generates. This is all monitored remotely. So this concludes our BioSafe Systems post-harvest peracetic acid webinar. Thank you for your attendance, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And there's my contact information. In case we didn't get to everybody, your inquiries, you can always email me or bring me up in the office.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate your time. Just to remind everybody, if you have any questions for Don or on the smart technology or OxyFusion, please put them into the Q&A. We do have a couple questions already coming in. The first one is, can you provide some specific examples of applications where OxyFusion is better treatment option than traditional PAA?
We have a couple real good examples. One is in the hydroponic growing world. The PAA does a really, really good job at reducing biofilm in the fertigation lines. But typically, those formulations have enough hydrogen peroxide in them that it can damage the root structures of the hydroponic plants. So we've had some good luck in hydroponics using OxyFusion PAA versus traditional PAA for that reason. Another great example, this isn't really pertinent to fruits and vegetables and stuff, but we have poultry applications where the OxyFusion PAA being low in acetic acid can be used at higher concentrations without causing odor problems in the plant. So typically in a poultry plant where they would want to run over 100 ppm of peracetic acid, over that amount, they really gas out the employees. So the odor-free PAA has shown to be really, really good in that application. We're looking at a lot of others. We've done soil washing, and I could go on and on about all the applications, but there's a couple of examples.
Okay. Another question that we have is, in case of an audit, how quickly can I obtain the data from BioSafe's cloud for auditors or inspectors?
When you have access to the cloud, to your account, you can access that data anytime you want. Or you can call us and we'll generate a custom report, or we can do that up front and you can get that report anytime you want. There's any option.
Great. Next question we have is, any pH problems with source water? I believe chlorine does.
The source water, I'm assuming being the water that we're dosing into, PAA isn't as affected by the pH of the water that it's in, because it doesn't go through that dissociation phenomenon like chlorine does. In other words, at about pH 7.2, half the chlorine, free chlorine, exists as hypochlorous acid, HOCl, and above 7.2, the other half exists as hypochlorite ion. The hypochlorous acid is a much better biocide. So a lot of systems using chlorine try to keep their pH below 7.2, so they maximize the amount of the efficacious species, chlorine species.
Great, thank you. Next question from our attendees is, could this technology be utilized in wastewater effluent disinfection treatment? I understand that traditional PAA is becoming an emerging chemistry to replace chlorine and hydrochloride.
Great question. We're working with one of the major engineering firms in the United States and North America that manages publicly owned treatment works, wastewater treatment plants. And we have a trial set up very shortly next month. This on the heels of extensive university research results that we've done on disinfection with the University of Massachusetts. So that's one of our very promising application routes.
Great. All right. And next question we have is, does using OxyFusion require any special containment or location specifications when installed in a packing or processing plant?
The equipment is designed and manufactured to be indoors, so that's one constraint. You can't just put it out in the parking lot. The precursors and the generated OxyFusion PAA need to be kept in secondary containment, containment that can hold the contents of the vessel that we're pumping out of. So it's either going to be a containment skid or a wall built around the bulk tank, sort of the same sort of precautions that you take for other biocides or chlorine bleach or that sort of class of chemistry, family of chemicals.
Okay. All right. I think that is all we have at the moment. Is there any other questions that we can answer for the attendees? I'll give you just a few minutes to type anything in. Okay, we just received another question. Can you explain what all equipment can be included?
Could you repeat that, please?
Can you explain what equipment can be included?
Typically, when we go into applications, we build what we call a master control panel. So the master control panel talks to the OxyFusion. Maybe we have a skid of 10 dosing pumps pumping in different rates in different parts of the plant. The dosing skid would talk to the master control panel. We can bring in pH, we can bring in flow. We can install enough PLC capability and cloud capability that anything you want to track, we can grab that data to our PLCs and route it either through a process control logic loop where that data results in some adjustment somewhere, or simply for data logging. The sky's the limit with ancillary equipment that could be used with all of the smart technology that OxyFusion provides and BioSafe provides is sort of built on that premise.
Okay, is there any other questions we can answer? Right. Well, this video will be posted on our website and YouTube links later on for anyone who would like to go back and revisit. If there's no other questions, then I'd like to thank Don and all of our attendees for their time. And you can always reach back out to us. We did just receive another question. Could OxyFusion PAA be used to disinfect combined sewer overflow water at a municipal treatment facility with better control than a two-stage bleach bisulfite approach?
That's a great question, only because, with the storms we've seen recently, we run into this, I don't run into it, but the POTWs run into it, the overflow. Yeah, typically what we would recommend there would be to divert the overflow if possible to on-site basins to where we could basically treat it like we would treat a final effluent disinfection, where we dose to a certain level and require a certain amount of holding time.
All right. With
All right.
that, we would like to then thank you for all of your time. And again, this will be posted for viewing at a later time if you'd like to revisit. You can always email us or email Don with any questions and give us a call if you're interested in learning additional information on OxyFusion and our smart technology. Everyone have a great day.